Tonight, the King 5 investigators expose a scam on the rise across western Washington involving the purchase of gold and silver. Fraudsters pose as tech companies who then pressure you to transfer large sums of money from your bank to buy coins.
As Susanna Frame found, banks have no duty to protect you from these scams, and there's movement to change that.
I was looking on Facebook. It looked like a shortcut to Messenger. They have a whole page.
Last summer, Barb Putnam of Olympia was innocently looking at Facebook when, in an instant, her entire life changed.
Everything shattered. And, you know, with lots of consequences.
When Barb clicked on that link, her computer went black and a message popped up. She'd been hacked. She needed to call Microsoft Tech Support. A fake expert on the other end delivered the news.
It's like, oh my gosh, look how many people are hacking your machine. Look how many people are, hacking your phone and have access. They're listening. All these foreign people are listening to your phone calls.
Tech Support said the hackers were using her IP address and social security number to buy child porn on the dark web. She was in big trouble, and she should report the fraud. The investigator she called offered a way out.
I am your person. We're going to get you clear. We're going to get the hackers off your computer and phone.
The first person on the phone, Microsoft Tech Support, was a crook. So was the second person, the fraud investigator. He was an imposter who said Barb needed to protect her money from the hackers by first liquidating her savings. With the scammers directing Barb every step of the way, the transactions began. She asked her investment firm to sell all her stock and transfer the money to U.S. Bank. Under pressure from the crooks, Barb asked her bank branch to wire all the money to a company called BuyGoldandSilver.com. Police reports show the gold coins did arrive at Barb's house. Then, as planned, a courier came and collected it. Shortly afterward, U.S. Marshals from Tacoma were supposed to show up with a check to reimburse her.
No answer. No answer. I wait about 10 more minutes and I'm going, this isn't. They're not coming. I've been scammed.
Bank records show it wasn't a few thousand or even tens of thousands of dollars lost, but $300,000, the majority of Barb's life savings.
So it's taken my safety net. You know, I worked 40 years to have that safety net in there, and now it's gone.
There were days where I couldn't stop crying. And, my mom was the same way.
Barb's daughter, Carissa of New York City, is furious no one stopped the transfers of massive amounts of money. At her investment firm, Barb says when the crooks pressured her to liquidate her account, the advisor didn't ask many questions. And at her U.S. bank branch, where she'd been a customer for 43 years, she says bank employees wired the money for gold coins without a lot of inquiry. It's unclear if the branch was aware, but a few months before, the FBI issued a warning about an increase in ripoffs exactly like this one, where you need to liquidate your assets to buy gold or silver.
I don't understand how that was not caught and flagged. It's mind-boggling to me that it was allowed to proceed at the pace that it proceeded at.
It's probably happened to you. When there's fraud on your credit card, you get a call right away. Federal law says the card issuer is responsible for the losses. But we found when the fraud occurs through your bank or a wire transfer, there are no federal laws helping you out. You're on your own.
You are going to hear too bad, so sad.
Carla Sanchez-Adams of the National Consumer Law Center has advocated before Congress to do more for victims like Barb, people who are tricked into wiring their money in a scam.
We absolutely cannot push the entire burden of payment fraud onto consumers, hoping that financial education will solve it.
One alarm was raised in Barb's case, and it wasn't from her investment advisor or bank branch, but an Olympia coin dealer.
Most gold is not trackable.
The scammers instructed Barb to go into the shop to buy the $300,000 worth of gold.
Yeah, I tried to tell her it wasn't a good idea.
He refused to do it.
Anybody who's going to want that much money and that much gold that quick, That's a red flag.
And your thought right away was?
It's a scam.
Looking back, Barb thinks the financial professionals should have been just as suspicious and should give her more help now that the money's gone.
The answer is no, they don't make it right for you.
Before retirement, Barb was a longtime social worker for the state, dedicated to helping children in need. A career public servant starting over again.
I can only rebuild from here. But who wants to rebuild at 73? There's lots of people being taken advantage of with no protection.
U.S. Bank tells me they take scams like these seriously, and they do all they can to try to warn customers when something seems suspicious. As for Barb's case, the FBI is investigating, but so far, no one's been held accountable. In the newsroom, Susanna Frame, King 5 News.